recording. We've got 16 people in the waiting room. We're going to let them in now because it's 4:01.
And is it the same theme, special theme for both conferences?
Yep.
Okay.
So you can, we'll just let everyone get into the room and get sorted. There's, I think there's about 18 people there. Hi everyone, welcome to the online welcome and training session. I'm just letting people into the room, so if you just give us a moment, I'll make sure everyone's admitted before we get started. My name's Tamsin Gilbert. I'm Research Network producer with Common Ground Research Networks. I just want to make sure that we don't miss anyone on the way in. Yeah, see, there's a couple more people coming in now. Yeah. All right, Bill, I'm going to pass it along to you to go ahead and get started. And I'll let people in as we go.
Okay, well, welcome everybody. I hope you can all hear me okay. And great, and welcome to this conference. Tamsin and I are actually at the conference at the moment. We're in Oxford in England. So, but we're welcoming all the people who are here for the blended conference. So I presume some people in this group are here for the in-person, some for the blended. Some people are just online. So welcome everybody. It's great to have you. Just as a little background, we have two conferences together here with a common theme. So one is got a global studies focus, and the other is got a focus on interdisciplinarity. So this is kind of what we do with these Common Ground conferences. So as I say, my name is Bill Cope. I've been involved with Common Ground since it began a whole long time ago, and I think this is I'm just looking, it's the 16th time we run the Global Studies Conference, and the Social Science Conference, it's actually the 18th time. We had a bit of a hiatus with COVID when we were forced to go purely online. So we built the event module, which is now part of our whole offering. We built that during COVID, but we've kept it now as a kind of a legacy, one of the legacies of COVID. There are many legacies of COVID. This is one of them, in order to be able to offer a blended conference. But also the other thing we do is the people who are presenting in person, we ask them to provide digital media, so the online people are able to access the conference as well. So a little bit about the two conferences. What I might do is just briefly share my screen so we can see what we're talking about. So I hope that's no. Have I shared? Yes, I have shared the right thing, haven't I? Yes. And look, let me restart, because I'm on a laptop. It's sort of a little bit claustrophobic. So this is the Interdisciplinary Social Sciences Conference. Both conferences have the same theme. So agency in an era of displacement and social change. What we've tried to do with these conferences is, again, build interdisciplinary, international, cross-fertilization of a whole lot of ideas linked with one big idea. So this idea of agency, to what extent now are we in a world with social media, in a world of diversity? To what extent is these realities reflected in our capacity to act in the world? And what are our roles as intellectuals, as academics, to develop programs of action which might have some effect on the world? So, when we're doing research, social science research, what scope is there in that research to create programs of action which are of real value in the world? So we're very much on about this connection between intellectual work and social action. That's the Social Sciences Conference. And of course, as I said, we've adopted the same theme for the Global Studies Conference as well. for global studies, this is a very strange moment. It's a moment of kind of nationalisms. Did anybody see this coming? We thought this was this world of global economies and openness, but in fact, we're now in a world of all sorts of nationalist tensions between the United States and China. Nationalism is what's driving the conflict now in Ukraine. So this idea of globalism is both a problematic idea, because it comes with all sorts of forms of new forms of colonialism, but on the other hand, the opposite of globalism, if you like, if it's an ideology or if it's a practice, is also different. So we're having those, these are kind of the two main perspectives of the conference and the conferences. But look, the other thing I wanted to say as well is just a little bit about Common Ground. At this conference, what you'll all be doing is interacting with each other. And as I say, the way we build the bridge between the in-person people and the online people is by asking the in-person people to put in digital media as much as possible. But also for the in-person people, the event module that we bought and built, not bought, we built it ourselves, gives new an interesting way to interact with the in-person folks as well. So what we ask people to do is, your more extended thoughts, for goodness sake, go and put them in each of the sessions where that media is. So even if you're happen to be in an in-person session, go to the discussion board for that particular session and type in some comments. In a normal conference, it's hard. There's 2 or 3 people going to ask some questions at the end, and then it's over. Whereas here we've got this open space for dialogue. And one of the things we ask people to do is, for goodness sake, when you're there, don't one of these virtual spaces without leaving a comment. And even though that discussion is asynchronous, what it does, it triggers an email which goes to the speaker and participants in that session. So, the dialogue can continue. So that's a very, very important part of what we do. So that's the conference part of our work. And by the way, by having these recordings, we have a kind of a legacy. In 6 months' time, you might think, oh, that was a great session that I saw or I viewed, and you can go back to it because we have a kind of an archive of the conference that we're building in this particular way. But the other thing I wanted to mention here is I've clicked over here to the Common Ground bookstore. So by being members of the research network, you can access all this collection here. And also, look, what I wanted to do is, while I'm in a hotel now where the internet's a bit slow, I want to just mention the number of people as well. So in fact, with the Global Studies Conference, we have 72 people on site in Oxford Brookes University. We have 37 people who are online only. So that's over 100 people, which is very, very good. With social sciences, interdisciplinary social sciences, we have 161 on site, 45 online only. So, and with the, we also have a Spanish language strand for social sciences, not for global studies, with 61 online. And there are over 300 of these sessions where we have digital media where you can access all those sessions. So here, if I scroll through our various research networks now, this is the Global Studies Network here. I'll go to the social sciences one though first. It works the same way for both of them. So when you go into the link for this area, what we have is we have a remarkable resource that we've been building up over all the years the conference has been running. So in that we have a whole lot of articles that we've published, or which are all peer reviewed. So after the conference, what we very much want you all to do is to write your paper up, a formal peer reviewed piece. And what we've done with the research network is we've built up this kind of system of mutual obligation, where if you're putting your paper in, therefore we're going to ask you to peer review other people's work, and you can see here that we've actually published 2,500 pieces over the years including 29 books, and you have access to all that material. Quite a remarkable resource, and we hope you'll contribute to the resource. So we've been building this up over the years. It's kind of a legacy of the work of the research network. I won't go to the global studies one because it's the same kind of format. But one of the important things we ask people to do as well is to use this resource. So by being a research network member, you have access to the whole backlist of all those 2,500 items in the case of social sciences. And invariably, you're going to find, I just click the advanced search button there. If you click advanced search, you might find something very closely related to your interests. And one of the things we do in academia, we honor each other by citing each other's work. So if you find stuff in there, it's useful, please cite it. It's about building a kind of a network where we're bouncing off each other's ideas, and there's a formal the formal citation get picked up in all the citation databases. And what we do with every paper, if you go into any one of these papers, this is just happens to be the one that's most recently published. Every paper has a digital object identifier, which means that it's in the formal universe of citations. So please do that. Now, Tamsin, is there anything that I might have missed in that brief introduction now?
No, nothing at the moment, Bill. If we can, maybe we'll just get people to do a brief introduction, and I can put their presentation pages in the chat, and then I can go through as well just how to engage in the conference through the CGScholar platform.
Right, so this is just one example here before we do that of an article, and you can see, it's got all this formal citation stuff, and it ends up in Crossref, which is the way in which all these digital object identifiers get linked. So this is an example of a finished article, and you have access to all 2,500 of those, and you can work your way around with advanced search. So what I'd like to do now is go around the room and get everybody to introduce themselves just very, very briefly. So for the rest of this session, part one is introductions, and then part two, this is part two actually. I've done part one, introduction, and then Tamsin will give you a kind of an introduction to the event platform that we have here, which is this one. Bookstore is where the material is published. Event is where we run the conference, and community back here, by the way, is the space, kind of a social media space that we've created where you can build a profile and connect. So let's go through, and I wonder whether I will mention. I'm going to go through my Zoom tiles and just mention people's names. And what Tamsin will do is find your link, and we'll pull it up for your session. So the first, I can say we've got two people here, and Ekaterine Pick. I can't pronounce your surname. My apologies. Is that two different presenters or one presenter?
We work together, and one will be present in our work. But we are from Georgia, Eastern Europe, from Tbilisi State University. I am associate professor of the Department of Psychology at TU. And my colleagues.
My name is Medina Badashvili. I'm an associate professor at the Faculty of Social and Political Sciences. We have done the work together with, just want to combine our researches later. And you will hear more about our research on
about Georgian migrants who are living abroad.
Yeah, outside of Georgia.
Excellent. Let me just go. There's the page there. So I've just brought up the page.
That's right. Yes.
Human migration, and of course, what an incredible it's one of these huge moving force at the moment. Migration, social and cultural identity. So that's an important theme. And I see there you are going to be at the conference in person, which is wonderful. And there have been 32 engagements, and you've got some digital media there, which is fantastic. Yeah. Okay. The next one I have is Bob G. How are you? Hello, Bob. How are you? This is just arbitrarily my next my next Zoom tile.
Hi, Bill. Bob Greenstreet. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, good. Professor and Dean Emeritus of Architecture at the University of Wisconsin at Milwaukee. I'm interested in the interface between architecture and law, and my paper is focused on the concept of originality, which I'm doing some work on copyright right now. So I was hoping to be at Oxford, but I couldn't make it this year, but looking forward to the online presentations.
Okay, I'm just bringing up your session now. Wonderful. It's great to have you here, and sorry you couldn't be here in person, but the great thing is we've got this flexibility. So there's the presentation in the beginning. What is originality in architecture, and when does it start? Yeah, that sounds 94 engagements already, which is great. So there's excuse me, I've had a cold. So the good thing about online is you can't catch my cold. So the next one I have is Roland.
Oh, yes, that's me. Well, I don't know whether I understood something in the wrong way. So that's why I asked the following question. I am here as a participant, so I don't have prepared any presentation. So the first question is, did I get something wrong? Are you gathering as the presenters here?
No, you did got nothing wrong, and it's welcome. We have a mixture of people who are presenters and participants. So do you want to say 10 words about yourself?
Yes, yes, yes.
This is just meet and greet.
Yeah, so I'm out of Vienna. I'm on a University of Applied Sciences in Vienna, a small one called University of Applied Sciences BI Vienna. My main focus is research and intervention in social systems, with a focus intervention in the system I'm in, which is interesting and kind of adventurous. And yeah, I'm interested to gather together with people that are in a sort of research and stuff like that. Love to have some more online Zoom discussions with the online only people, because as I figured out, there is only asynchronous things going on as far as I got it.
Yes, but all many of the folks who are synchronous and have also put in digital media, and to everybody it's your responsibility to, if you're here, for goodness sake, go into the online environment, comment on the online only, comment, but also comment if you're in person and there's no in-person session and you're sitting in a room, have this page open and comment there, you know what I mean? So what we're trying to do is make sure that we get as much interaction as possible. So yeah, so you'll be busy, Roland. So we'll have you writing a lot of stuff, and not just
you wish I would write, but I don't think I will write a lot because it kind of bores me. So that's not my style of communication.
Okay, all right then, no worries.
Yeah. Okay.
All right then. So the next one I have is Bernadette Yalong from the Philippines.
Hi, everyone. Hello, Professor William. Indeed, it's my pleasure, and it's an honor for me to be a participant for this forum. I am from the Philippines. I'm a faculty from the College of Criminal Justice Education of the Bulacan State University, Malolos City.
Excellent.
Thank you so much.
Welcome.
And everyone.
Great to have you involved. So, and look, one of the pieces of advice I give people as well is to go to unlikely sessions. So, for example, tourist local health centres in far-flung areas, it's a long way away from a lot of people's experience in social science research, but go to sessions which seem distant, because you might find there is some very, very interesting and important connections. So thank you very much for bringing your work, and we'll be interested to hear and see what it is you're doing. So that's wonderful. It's great to have you. One I have is Usario. That's what the little tag says at the bottom of the Zoom thing. Usario, how are you?
Muy buenos días. Que ofrezco disculpas porque no manejo el idioma inglés. Mi nombre es Edgar Villamizar Portilla, de Pamplona, Colombia, y voy a participar con una ponencia que se llama Reconstrucción Participativa de la Memoria de Monte Adentro. El trabajo se enfoca básicamente en recuperar toda esa oralidad que se encuentra en las personas adultas sobre todo, pero que se está perdiendo. Entonces ya iniciamos un trabajo de campo donde estamos recuperando ese trabajo y son los mismos miembros de la comunidad los que están encargados de producir sus producciones audiovisuales, radiales, donde se va a ir narrando poco a poco la historia de la vereda y de esa misma manera como ellos mismos van a empezar a hacer su proceso de, digamos, de visualización a través de plataformas de internet.
Okay, very good. Good. That's welcome and very pleased to have you there and as one of our Spanish language group. And I did pick up.
Soy estudiante de doctorado de la Universidad del Norte en Barranquilla, pero profesionalmente me desempeño como docente en la Universidad de Pamplona.
Excellent, wonderful. And I did hear you were from Colombia, so that's welcome. It's great to have a strong Spanish language group in the conference. The next one I have is George Igaza, if I've pronounced that correctly.
Yes. Hi, everyone. George Garza. I'm currently a host of Pennsylvania in Philadelphia here in the United States. So my presentation, I recently uploaded a PowerPoint presentation that's based on my research, which is based on what I just completed, and that is examining the construction and the meme making in post-colonial Peru and South America. So I engaged with the construction of narratives, the creation of subjects and citizens, all within the sphere of the making of the social imagined hinterland of Peru, or Peru Profundo. And so this connects to the process of extractivism, which has accompanied the making of the state since the colonial period, with post-colonial study.
As I say, welcome. I'm bringing up some of these, but not able to bring them all up on the floor. The next one I have is Rosa M. Macaro. Hi.
Hi. Sorry. I'm from Seville, and I'm a predoctoral fellow in Seville University, and I work in an NGO named Bosco Global. My research is about hate speech. En 2014, desarrollando intervenciones para la prevención de los discursos de odio, y considerábamos necesario evaluar si estas intervenciones estaban basadas en la evidencia científica. Así que la investigación versa sobre más de 50 intervenciones que se han desarrollado entre el año 2014 y el año 2020 para ver en qué medida se están teniendo en cuenta lecciones aprendidas de la prevención de otras conductas de riesgo para así no cometer determinados errores y que las intervenciones educativas en materias de prevención de discursos de odio puedan ser más eficaces.
Wonderful, thank you. And again, welcome to another person in our Spanish language stream. So I'm sorry I can't respond to you in Spanish, but we're going to have Spanish speakers coordinating those parts of the online and the in-person conference. So welcome and great to have you here again. The next one that I have is Lenny Shedelsky, if I've got that correctly.
Hi. Visit for me. The last name gives people trouble. I put together a presentation with 3 colleagues. It will be online. What we presented was a summary of about 9 years, we've been working together to create a course for juniors and seniors in college to deal with their transition out of college into life. So we call the course Launching into Life After College. And what we've been trying to deal in that course with what we call the nuts and bolts of how to get a job and how to write a resume, for which we call upon experts from the Center for Success and that sort of thing. And we bring in a financial advisor and so on. But the faculty who teach the course, which is seminar style, are attempting to reach each individual at a very personal level, and get away from lecturing and move more toward reflecting and talking about each individual's challenge of ending what they've done all their lives being in school and entering a new stage of life. And what's added to the to this presentation is we are working on making our materials an open educational resource. Essentially, we want to do everything we can to share what we've including the materials for the course, in case anybody else would like to either do a module or put together a course of this kind. So we're looking forward to hearing from as many people as possible and getting feedback and so on.
Okay, great. And I can see you've had 21 people on the page already. So, and everybody, don't forget, when you go to a page, don't leave without leaving a comment. So yeah, that's wonderful. It's welcome, and it's great to hear. And obviously, in a practical sense, this is very important and important generalizable issues about how we operate in the social sciences. The next ones that I have are Gloria Vidal and Luke Gerber. I pronounced that correctly.
Hi, everyone. My name is Gloria Vidal, and this is Luke Gerber. We're from the United States, and we're both applied researchers that focus on the child welfare system, the criminal justice system, and building community health here in the US. And Luke's going to just give an overview of our research.
Sure, yeah. So our presentation focuses on the concept of displacement as an action of the state, and looking at the relationship between state actions to displace people through the criminal legal system, the foster care system, deportations, evictions, and the role that has on reducing community trust and its impact on political action and political organizing. And so we focused on New York City and did an analysis of some publicly available data in New York City, looking at the relationship between those things in New York City neighborhoods. Thanks for having us.
We're excited to be here.
Yeah.
Great, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. And certainly this fits very well into the themes of the conference. This, the tensions between institutional setups and individual capacities to act, agency. So that's great, wonderful. And I can see you've had plenty of people at the page, and there's your digital media, which is fantastic. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Welcome and great to have you here. The next one that I have going through is Mashrakwi. Apologies again for my attempt at getting people's names right.
Yeah, no, you got it here. So hello everyone, my name is Farhan Mashraki, and I'm a senior managing consultant at Systems Limited. which is the largest IT firm in Pakistan. I've dedicated years to the intersection of communication with the focus on integrating interdisciplinary insights to expand our understanding of the universe. I am excited to present a revolutionary framework that rethinks communication as a potential universal organizing force. I'm looking forward to engaging in a thoughtful and stimulating discourse with you. Thank you for having me. The only thing I'm worried about right now is that I have my flight scheduled for tomorrow, but I have not received my decision on my visa application. So it seems like I might have to present it online. I don't know what other options are there.
If you are scheduled to present in person, but you have to present online, I'm going to write my full name and my email address in the chat. Please send me an email right away letting me know the situation so that we can move you to online only.
Thank you very much for that. And it's so unfortunate because there are 166 engagements on my session, and then like really like bummed out for like having to miss this. But if anything, I'll send you an email right away. Whatever you can do to facilitate me and in presenting this will be really appreciated, as I was really looking forward to this prestigious conference, and it's really an honor to be a part of it.
Okay, well, I'm sorry that's happened. At least we've got we've got a bit of flexibility here, more of a chance to accommodate you. The next person that I have.
One second, William. Will, just one second. Because it was a 45 minutes interactive workshop, I guess I can take it offline with Tamsi. How and I had planned it for 30 minutes of interaction with the audience, and I believe there's no live coverage. So what,
so there's no live. Yeah, sorry, I'll just interrupt. There's no live component to the online only sessions. If you're doing a workshop, we ask that you create a video and use some prompt questions to help with the workshop. We can try and schedule you a live workshop. Please just send me that email as soon as possible so we can get it sorted.
Okay, I will, and I will really appreciate that because I think it will add a lot of value. And one thing I would want to mention is my theory is rooted in a 1926 meeting of Albert Einstein with my grandfather, in which my grandfather proposed to suggested to Einstein that he should focus on the physics of living in addition to not just physics of the dead matter, non-living matter. So it's I have a lot of meaty stuff to put. So I'll really appreciate whatever you can do to make a live presentation possible. Thank you.
Okay, so let's move on now to, I'm just going through the links now. So we've just done that one.
Bill,
then
while you do that, sorry to interrupt. What I might do is it possible, and maybe a little bit easier because these questions are coming up as we move through the introductions, if I just give a brief intro into Scholar Now, and then we can continue with the introductions afterwards, because then maybe we won't be interrupting people with their.
I think we've covered most people actually now.
Oh, okay. Oh no, go ahead then.
Have I missed anybody? Look, because Zoom tiles move around, you know, I'm not covered everybody. Is there anybody? If there's anybody I've missed, could you put your link into the chat now?
I can see Olivia has her hand up.
I've missed. Okay, Olivia, could we get Olivia to speak? And I'll get. That's great. If you can put your hand. Even put the link in the chat, because I didn't see you there. The tile moved away. So, Olivia, over to you.
See me?
Yes.
And hear me? Great.
Very well.
Okay. So my name is Olivia Perry Holstein. I am an artist, writer, educator, and founder of Edibleness Studio here in Cambridge, Massachusetts. I specialize in sustainable artistic and culinary practices, working to develop whole systems approaches to both the practice and implementation of climate resilience, as well as artistic development. So that means starting with, sourcing and through production and into to waste management. So working with practitioners and then institutions and doing independent research, I'll be presenting interactive guidelines for creative solution making, contextualized within a survey of climate crisis related problem spaces, including social consequences to these difficulties, as well as potential solutions that I discovered in my independent research, called Redesign with Us in Mind. So there is an interactive aspect of the online. Forward to hearing from people. Also, there will be a Zoom meeting at the end of the conference that I'm going to be organizing with participants. So hope to see you there. I'm really honored to be here. I'm also associated with Tufts University, primarily the School of the Museum of Fine Arts. I'm beginning a master's in urban and environmental policy and planning this fall alongside my work. So that's me.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Okay, great to have you here. And I think now that I'm glad you put your hand up. Anybody else we've missed, you can put your hand up now. Otherwise, I think we've covered everybody despite all my Zoom tiles moving all over the place. So look, I'm going to now hand over to Tamsin. Just briefly, though, to mention that the conferences in the years to come, the 2024 conference for global studies is going to be in Krakow in Poland. And I've got a feeling the other one will be too. They're both in Krakow in Poland, which is a pretty amazing city. So we hope you can join us there next year as well. So, Monica raised her hand, and yes, two more raised her hand. So let's go through those very briefly, and then we'll hand over to Tamsin. So the first one was Monica, and the second one is Drazio Rezende. Can you pull those up, Tamsin? And we'll start with Monica if you'd like to start introducing yourself.
Hi, good afternoon for you guys. I'm from Mexico City. My name is Monica. I'm a sociologist from National University, Autonomous University of Mexico. I'm one of have a scholarship from you for participating. My research is about the impact of COVID on residents doctor at a hospital in Mexico. So I made a poster and I already uploading to the website. So it's gonna be a big pleasure to be part of this Congress. I'm very grateful for being here, for being chosen, and thank you.
Wonderful. Monica, and last person, oh no, there's two more, Zongun Sun as well. So if either of you just want to jump in with an introduction, Zongun Sun. And I've just got Olivia's presentation up, so we're running a bit slow with these things. And here's Monica's coming now, but Zongun, would you like to introduce yourself?
Is it my turn? I'm Josefina Ochoa. I come from Bulacan State University, Philippines. I am interested in research as about educational psychology, instructions, something on efficacy, and my paper to present is has something to do with functional solidarity. It's a stem of a bigger paper that I have actually done. Thank you.
Very interesting. Yeah, well, welcome and very good to have you here. And that's Zongun Sung. I've got your paper up. Would you introduce yourself?
Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot to unmute myself. And yeah, so I'm really honored to be here. It is my first time to attend the conference organized by the Common Ground Research Networks. And so I'm from China, and currently I'm a master's student at the University of Southern California, majoring in applied economics. So as you can see, this paper is based on a term paper that I had a class. It's called the applied trade analysis last semester. So I just transformed it into a paper, and I'm going to present it online. So we can see that starting from late 2020, Beijing initiated serious measures in order to reduce the coal imports from Australia. So we can say that this is not an official coal official embargo, it is rather a de facto one, and it is driven by factors because the deteriorated before the COVID. So in this paper we use the basically it is a general computable equilibrium model, and we can see that the results show that both China and Australia could not get to a better economic condition. So the only winner could, so the rest of Asia could be the only winner in this after the coal ban, because like we can see that the Asian countries, they can sell more coal to China at higher prices, and also they can import cheaper coal from Australia, since there's a welfare improvement. So that is my my proposal.
Okay, thank you. All right, well, I might now hand over to Tamsin, who's going to give us a introduction to the platform, so you folks can navigate your way around effectively and participate effectively. And again, I'm going to say it again, make sure you comment. Don't leave a session without leaving a comment to keep the dialogue. Okay, I'm going to hand over to you now, Tamsin. I'm going to stop.
Everyone.
Yeah.
Hi everyone, I'm gonna not share just yet. What I'm gonna first do by starting is putting a few helpful links in the chat. The first link here is the one that is for the CGScholar homepage, and then we have the 3 different conference microsite web pages, as well as 2 or 3 pages to our Helpy site, that our knowledge base on how to update your profile, the guide to the event page, what is digital media, and how to ask a question. I can see that you've got your hand up, Professor Rezende. If you don't mind, I'll just tell everyone a little bit about Scholar, and then I'll leave it open to you to introduce yourself in just 1 minute. So first of all, I can press share. And I will go ahead and show you this page. There's many ways to enter the CGScholar Event Mircosite. The first and perhaps easiest way is just to go to the first link in that chat, which is cgscholar.com. If you are not logged in, you will have a login in the top, a bar for your username and password in the top right. You'll only be able to see the digital media for the conference if you're logged in. So please log in. You'll only be able to do update your profile if you're logged in as well, and all that type of stuff. So please do that in the top right. If you are already logged in, you can go ahead and click go to my profile here. You can also get to the Scholar microsites for both of the conferences via the web page. There's a button on the homepage there that says click to go to CGScholar microsite. Once you're in, your page will look something like this. You'll have your name in the top right. If you click on community here, you'll be taken to this page. Oh, sorry, forgive me, I zoomed in there. I strongly recommend, in fact, almost insist that you please update your profile with your most recent affiliations here on the left-hand side. So as you can see there, if I go too fast, we're recording this, so please, you can go back and watch the video through the event schedule. You can click there to press your affiliations. You can do it here by going down to account settings there. Please make sure your current affiliation is listed as primary. This is the affiliation that will be next to your name in the event schedule, that will be hyperlinked to your profile. It's the one that everyone sees. You can add multiple affiliations and the years that you've been present there. Please make your most recent one primary. We also encourage you to update any other information that you have here, including your interests, profile picture, and all this type of stuff. I'll just go back to the community page here. With having your registration to the conference, you're also a member of the community. I'm a member of a number of different communities as an admin. You will be the member of either interdisciplinary social sciences or the global studies community. This is a hub for a community page. We do lots of different updates there. I'll just scroll down because I've got too many. Sorry, forgive me just one moment. And while I do that, I'll let Maria into from the waiting room. There's things like their updates on, registration deadlines that are coming up, information on the next conference, fast links to the bookstore, to the journal, to the themes of the conference. You can see other members of the community. You can click on the latest publications here. You can see that we're having, meet the author updates, learn more about our book series and the upcoming conferences. So please keep an eye on that. That's sort of where our most up-to-date information is. For the purpose of this meeting, I'll use social sciences as an example. For those people attending for the Global Studies Conference, please sort of just sub out the same information. It's all the same. So you can get to the event microsite by just going to your name in the top right and going down to your events here. It should be listed there as the next conference. It's done if you're registered for multiple conferences. It will appear in date order. If you have previous conferences, those will appear at the very bottom after you've had them there. As you can see, I'm registered here for the Social Sciences Conference. If you have a proposal number, it will be listed here under this proposal heading. I can see my registration is paid. There's a fast link to download my receipt for that, as well as sign up for extras. That will take me to the special events page. I'm going to go ahead and click on the title of this conference, and it will take me to the About page. On the About page, you can see it's just sort of a brief information into the conference, the history and the themes, our special focus this year, as well as the themes that are recurring every single year. You can also access the conference website from this page. You probably need another coffee this afternoon. You can also click this blue button here to download the e-program and conference user guide. I'll go ahead and press that now. It's a PDF that includes information such as the things I'm saying today, how to access the conference online, how to engage with the event microsite, but it is also sort of a brief overview of what is going to be happening at the conference, including a listing of the plenary speakers, a welcome letter from our local host and our research network chair, more information into the scopes and concerns and themes, as well as more information about our great emerging scholars. So you can go ahead and download that as a PDF. We do have that for both conferences available. And if I've talked too quickly, there is some more information there. If you are presenting at this conference, your button here will not say submit a proposal. It will say your proposal. When clicking on this, it will take you to the presentation page. Those are the presentation pages that I listed via the URLs as everyone was introducing themselves before. When you go ahead and click on that, the bottom of the page is where you would upload your digital media for your presentation. If you're an online only presenter, we require a digital media upload as your form of asynchronous presentation. There is no live component to these online parallel sessions. They are asynchronous. Your digital media can include a number of different things. It can be an embedded video from YouTube or Vimeo. It can be a PowerPoint presentation with sort of a sound or a voiceover over it. It can be a PDF and other supplemental documents such as videos, images, JPEGs and things like that. We do have a review process for this digital media. So if you do upload it, you'll first get an email saying your digital media has been uploaded. You'll then get another email when it's been accepted. If there's any problems with it, the file type or something like that, we will contact you. If it's been accepted, once you receive that email, it should be visible now on the website, and I'll show you on the microsite how to engage with other people's digital media. But just for context, yours will say your proposal here. Just like this next tab says your registration. So this is information about your registration. As you can see, yours might look a bit different from mine. This is for the sake of example. There's a quick button there that you can download your receipt. I'll skip over this presentations tab for just one moment while I just show you this special events tab. So this is where you can sign up for special events, as I just explained, whether it's the conference dinner or the tour, which is happening in very shortly. This is where you can do that. I'll go back to presentations now. The presentations tab has a number of different features. It's a way to quickly access certain presentations in the program. Oh, geez, I'm sorry. I double clicked something here and zoomed in. So as you can see here, this following tab, I'm not currently following any presentations. I'll show you how to follow presentations in just one moment. But one thing to note is that this tab will be unique to your profile. It'll be the sessions that you choose to follow. You might choose to follow different sessions than what I'm going to follow. And this is sort of a fast link back to the presentations that you're interested in. You might pick 4 or 5 presentations that you want to follow along for, want to keep easy access to those discussion boards. So please do that and create your own sort of customized tab there. Featured presentations. Featured presentations are our great emerging scholars. We have a fantastic emerging scholar program of graduate students and early career scholars. You'll see them both in the rooms and in the discussion boards. They're watching your presentations, they're viewing your work, and they're there to ask questions. And we encourage you to ask questions of them as well. So please go in, look at their presentations. In fact, I'll use this first one as an example. If, for example, I'm interested in Anastasia's work, I can go ahead and click on the title of her presentation. It'll pop open a tab. This is her presentation page. So we can read the full abstract there, learn a bit more about Anastasia, scroll down, we can see that she's uploaded her PowerPoint presentation as digital media. You can click that, it'll open the tab and download that PowerPoint presentation for you to have a look at. We can also see information such as keywords, presentation or types and themes. If I'm interested in Anastasia's work, I can do two things here. I can go ahead and follow that. I can also go ahead and click on her name. That will send me to her profile page. Fingers crossed I've picked someone who has an updated profile. I think I do. And there she is there. And I can go ahead and add her as a peer and connect to her that way as well. I'll go ahead and go back here just to show you. I'll update that following page and we should be able to see that presentation now on the following tab. There she is. If by theme, if for example, you're interested specifically in the special focus for this year and you only want to view presentations that are part of the special focus, you can go ahead and scroll down, find that special focus, and you'll see the list of presentations underneath there. As I said before, everyone's names are hyperlinked. It's going to be right at the bottom, isn't it? Everyone's names are hyperlinked. Their titles of their presentations are linked, and when you click on them, it will open a tab with the full abstract and information there. We can see that this person's also uploaded a PDF. If for I'll go back to presentations. If you're only interested in poster sessions, we do have the next tab, which is listing the presentations by presentation type. So I might be just interested in posters or just interested in workshops. I could scroll down to the workshop section there and look what workshops are available throughout the conference. I'm going to be determined to find that now. There we are. The last one is sort of self-explanatory. It's the alphabetical. They are alphabetical according to presentation name. So we can see if you know the name of the title of the presentation that you're looking for, you can go ahead and search that here. I'll jump over to the event schedule now. Give you a little bit more detail about how to comment in the discussion boards and sort of run through what we're doing there. So if we do have a number of Spanish language delegates, if you're interested in the Spanish language sessions, you can go ahead and go down to the Spanish language sessions here. And you can see the program's changed over to Spanish. If you want to go back to English, you just use that little tab drop down and you'll be able to do that. We're here now in the online welcome and training session. This is a live session, which means that the Zoom link is in the discussion chat there. We will be uploading a video of this afterwards for anyone who has any questions. Please comment in the discussion board. Any sessions that include the word live in it are ones that are like this on Zoom. The plenary sessions will be recorded and uploaded directly after the session. You can, all the plenary speakers have been given access to the CGScholar platform and to the discussion board. So please watch the videos and ask them a question in there. We do have a session after this that is another live session. That is a featured workshop with Christopher McDuffie. You can go ahead and click on the title of that presentation. It's in about 5 minutes from now. So I'm going to go over there. You can see that we have the welcome and opening tomorrow. Then we jump into those plenary sessions that I just mentioned, the talking circles. For the online only presenters and the in-person presenters, please upload digital media. Online only presenters, please look at the digital media of the of the in-person presenters as well. Where you can comment in that discussion board and engage with those delegates that way. I'm going to go over to the online only tab just so I can give you an example of how to comment and engage in these sessions. So we can see that this session, Exploring Our Humaneness, has I think it says 6 presentations in that session. I can go ahead and click on the title of that. I can see all 6 abstracts there. Everyone's name's hyperlinked. Click on the title of that presentation and I can view the digital media at the bottom of that page. If, for example, someone does not have a view digital media button, and I've picked one where everyone's done the right thing and uploaded their digital media, in the place of the digital media at the bottom of the page will be a button that says request. When you request that digital media from that presenter, they will receive an email. When that digital media has been uploaded, you as the person who has requested it will receive an email saying it's now been uploaded. So you can go ahead and look at that. One important thing to note is that these sessions are themed for a reason. So we've put these sessions together underneath the title, Exploring Our Humaneness. They have one discussion board. We like to look at the connections between these presentations. We like to ask questions of each of the presenters. How are they connected? How might they not be connected? So go ahead and please do look at the digital media in that full session. We do the same thing in the in-person presentations. We ask the 3 or 4 presenters to present one after the other, and then we have the questions together at the end. So this is the sort of the same idea in that we have a group, a sort of a panel discussion board. You'll see the emerging scholars in there asking questions shortly. The digital media and the discussion boards are now open. You can go ahead and start viewing the digital media in your own time, ask questions over the next few days. When you comment in the discussion board, if someone responds to your comment, you'll receive an email. If you follow that presentation, you can go ahead and go back to your following tab and easily access the discussion board there. Now, what I'm going to do is I am going to just take a look at the chat here and see if there's anything that I can see, if I can answer. Bernadette, you prepared 2 digital media presentations, already uploaded one, but I also wanted to upload another one. How can I upload another one? Please email support@cgnetworks.org. We will need to open, I've just put it in the chat, we'll need to open the portal for you again to be able to upload another piece. If you upload a piece of 2 pieces of digital media, and we haven't accepted the first one yet, that's fine. If the first one's already accepted, then we need to open the portal for you again in order to upload it. What I'm going to do is I had wondered if there's any other questions. Perhaps I've gone too quickly. I've worried if I've skipped over things and maybe someone is confused about the format or how to engage. I've previously put my email and the support email in the chat, as well as some helpful links, which will hopefully give you a bit more information. But is anyone got any questions about how to engage with the conference through the platform? Hi, sorry. How long do we have to view the digital media and discussion boards? It's open. As long as you're registered, you can view it and you can comment in the discussion boards. We're trying to capture this as sort of an archive of the conference. You might say, I saw a video 3 months ago at that conference and I really want to ask this presenter a question. You can go ahead and do that. You just need to make sure you're logged into your account. Any other questions? I don't want to cut anyone off. What I might do is you've all got those handy links. Give me 1 second to make sure we haven't got any other questions. So what I'm going to do is I encourage you, please go to that workshop that is starting now. I will put the link for that in the chat quickly so everyone can jump over there and engage in that lovely session. And I will record this video should you need to go back to it and review what was happening there. I want to make sure that we haven't missed anything, but you can always email me. And we'll be here over the next few days. For those of us who are attending the conference tomorrow, you're going to the Oxford Brookes campus. If you go in through the main entrance, you should see us. We have a big banner right there. You can't get too lost. And I believe the directions are on the main page of the website, which I'll also put in the chat. So let me just get that up on the website right now to make sure that no one gets lost tomorrow. And I will see you all shortly. There's the link for the directions tomorrow, and I will find the workshop details for you now. Sorry, I copied it incorrectly. And with that, I'm looking forward to seeing you over the next few days. Have a nice morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are. Some people might be the middle of the night. Some people might need another coffee and some people might need a wine. But wherever you are, have a good evening. And I'll see you tomorrow, online or in person. Bye.